He bought a cave house for just $400, but within minutes of stepping inside, his police dog started growling at a wall that wasn't supposed to exist, and what they uncovered behind it was still alive. Officer Marcus Hale never planned to disappear from the world, but after the last case, the one no one in the department talked about, he needed silence. No sirens, no radios, no memories. Just quiet. So when he found the listing, he didn't question it. Cave dwelling, remote location, $400, cash only. It sounded ridiculous. And maybe that's exactly why he bought it. The cave sat miles outside a dying mountain town called Red Hollow, a place where even the wind sounded tired. Locals barely made eye contact when Marcus mentioned the property. One old man at the gas station just muttered, "Some places ain't empty, they're just waiting." Marcus ignored it. He wasn't there for stories. He was there to forget his own. The entrance to the cave was narrow, almost hidden behind overgrown rock and moss. From the outside, it looked like nothing. But inside, it opened into something else entirely. A hollow chamber carved deep into the mountain. And, at the center, a small wooden cabin, built inside the cave. Like someone had been living there for a long time. Marcus stepped in slowly, boots echoing, hair cold and damp. The silence felt heavy, unnatural. Behind him, his canine partner, Rex, stopped, completely still. Rex wasn't just trained, he was battle-tested. Explosives, narcotics, search and rescue. Nothing shook him. But right now, his body was rigid. Ears back. Low growl building in his throat. "Rex, what is it?" Marcus whispered. The dog didn't respond. Didn't move. Just stared toward the far side of the cave, a section of rock wall, partially sealed with rough stone. Then suddenly, Rex barked. Loud, sharp, aggressive, and charged toward it. "Hey!" Marcus rushed after him, but Rex was already clawing at the stone, scratching, digging, like something was on the other side. Something real. Marcus grabbed his flashlight and stepped closer. The wall didn't look natural. The rocks were stacked, placed there, sealing something in. "Who would block this off?" he muttered. But Rex didn't stop. His barking turned frantic, desperate. That's when Marcus heard it. A sound, faint, barely there. A scratch, from inside the wall. Marcus froze, heart pounding. He leaned closer, held his breath. There it was again. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Something was behind that wall. Marcus didn't think anymore. He moved fast, pulled a crowbar from his pack, jammed it between the stones. "Move back, Rex." The first rock came loose easily. Too easily. Like it had been placed in a hurry. One by one the opening widened. Dust filled the air. Cold wind rushed out from the gap, and with it, a smell. Rotten. Stale. Wrong. Rex backed up slightly, but didn't leave. Still watching. Still waiting. Marcus pulled out the final stone, and shined his light inside. A narrow tunnel, pitch black, leading deeper into the mountain, and something moved. Marcus stepped back instantly, gun drawn. "Who's in there?" he shouted. Silence. Then, a weak sound. "Help! Help!" Marcus's blood ran cold. He dropped to one knee. Shined the light again. At the far end of the tunnel, something shifted. Crawling. Slow. Barely human. A girl. She collapsed forward into the light then, pale, covered in dirt, eyes barely open. Marcus rushed in, careful, heart racing. "Hey! Hey! You're okay. I got you." But the girl grabbed his arm suddenly. Tight. Too tight. "He knows you're here," she whispered. Marcus froze. "Who?" Her lips trembled. "The man who lives in the walls." Rex started barking again. Louder this time. Not at the tunnel. Behind them. Marcus turned sharply, flashlight scanning the cave. Nothing. But the feeling had changed. The silence was gone. Now it felt like something was watching. Marcus carried the girl out of the tunnel, wrapped her in his jacket, We're leaving." But Rex didn't move. He was staring at the cabin, the wooden door, slowly creaking open. On its own. Marcus's grip tightened on his gun. That's not possible. The cabin was empty when they arrived. He checked it, twice. But now, the door was open, and inside, a faint light flickered, like someone had just lit a lantern. Rex growled low. The girl whispered again. He doesn't like when people leave. Marcus stepped forward slowly, every instinct telling him to run. But he couldn't. Not anymore. He reached the cabin door, pushed it open. Inside, everything looked normal. Table, chair, old stove. But something was off. The floor. Scratches. Deep. Dragged marks. Like something heavy had been moved, again and again. Then, a voice. "You shouldn't have opened that." Marcus spun around, gun raised. A man stood in the corner, where there was no corner before. Tall. Thin. Eyes hollow. Smiling. "You let her out," he said softly. Marcus stepped between him and the girl. "Police, don't move." The man laughed. Quiet, unnerving. "Police," he repeated. "You think anyone comes this far to save people?" Rex lunged forward, snarling, but the man didn't flinch. Instead, he stepped back and disappeared. Gone. Like he was never there. Marcus stood frozen. What the hell? The girl shook her head weakly. He doesn't stay in one place. He lives in the walls. Marcus didn't wait anymore. He grabbed his radio, called for backup, gave coordinates, but the signal, cut out, static, dead. Rex barked again. The tunnel. Something was coming out. Slow, dragging. Marcus aimed his weapon. And then, he saw it. Not one, multiple shadows, moving inside the tunnel, like the walls themselves were alive. Marcus made a decision. He lifted the girl. Run. And this time, Rex didn't hesitate. They sprinted toward the cave exit. Behind them, the sounds followed, scratching, crawling, breathing, almost reaching them. Marcus didn't look back, not until they reached daylight. The moment they stepped outside, everything stopped. Silence. Marcus turned slowly. The cave looked empty again, like nothing had ever been there. Backup arrived 40 minutes later. Search teams went inside. They found the cabin, the tunnel. But no man. No signs of anyone living there. Except one thing. Deep inside the wall, they found markings. Dozens of names, scratched into stone. All missing persons. Dating back years. And at the very end, one fresh carving. Marcus Hale. He never told anyone what really happened that day. But he never went back. And Rex? He never stopped staring at walls, like he was still listening for something trying to get out. If you want more real stories like this, hit subscribe. Because the next one, it gets even darker.